Is there a better way, fairer way to elect a president? Now, the last election, basically, it was even in the sense that the resources were even. Both candidates raised millions of dollars, and they spent it in the way they saw fit. Now, if it were that the president had raised $1 billion and all Governor Mitt Romney could have raised the $50, then you say, "Oh no, we need a better." I'm assuming that ads really do make a difference. I don't know if it really makes a difference. All this money spending is good, but I think it comes down basically to what Martin Luther said: not the content, not the color of the skin, but the content of the character. And we had two candidates, a black and a white. The black one in a white country, which shows that we almost got it now. I mean, people not looking at color again. People looking at, of course, there are some people like that. The midsection country was red in spite of whatever. But generally, one, and it's obvious that people looked at the issues and looked at the character of the people, and not that one is a thief and the next one is a saint or whatever. But mental abilities, abilities to understand the issues, abilities to forge ahead and have respect for the country, etc. For all of us internationally, was outstanding. And so now that we've found that mark, I don't see why we need to look for a better way to do it. There was no scampishness. I mean, Florida was coming in late because if it were that it was closer, therefore it could have made a difference. Maybe it would have jinky zacky to bring it up that Mitt Romney won, but it was obviously that it didn't matter whether they had chosen any side. It was already decided. And so, if it had been that Mitt Romney had won, I mean, you just can't fight the electorate if this is what they had done. But then you would have wanted to know what was the criteria, whether it wasn't just a race thing. But I mean, I don't see why we need to be worried a fairer way to do it. And it doesn't mean tomorrow that Jesse Jackson come and win an election. It doesn't mean now that Jeb Bush is going to come win the election. It's going to be based on the issues. And I do know that, of course, as people become more evil, they're going to be doing stuff not based on logic and reasoning. They're going to be doing what just fits their fancy. In other words, I like this guy because we're the same race, we're going to vote fair. And in a way like that, Bush might win. But I don't see anybody Bush could beat, Jeb Bush, because, I mean, what he's going to show us record, father and brother. Oh boy, they almost put the country in the Middle Ages. And he, in Florida, I don't think he did nothing spectacular in Florida. In fact, I don't even know if they want him back in Florida to be a governor again. I understand he was trying to run again. I mean, so it comes down to character. And the money is here nor there. It's nice to generate some business and to create some employment with the money spent and some profits and so on. But generally, there was no big advantage in any way. And the media did not necessarily favor Obama over. I mean, look, the media is basically trying to be reliable and credible and valid. And it's no point in them saying that, well, man, we think you should vote for Mitt Romney, he's a good man. Well, it's obviously the man in the president material. I mean, look at his pawpaws, one of the Britain tell the people the Olympics not right. Security is a problem. Making the mayor of London go and stick up the, up in the rope to highlight his opposition to him. Um, and they're going to Poland talking crazy, going on to Israel talking crazy. I mean, people in Europe were kind of like holding the nose. I mean, can you imagine if become president? NATO would have ended. We would have gone fighting deals over here in the Middle East. By the time finished, we owe like $40 trillion, and we, the economy collapsed and everything. So the media made a good choice. I mean, I don't think the media is necessarily for Obama. They also on the character thing. It's so glaring in these elections who is the better person. And so I would say that this was just, I didn't work to read the article because I don't think there's any fair way to do it. I mean, in the times in which we live, it's the best thing. And we've seen the debates where, folks folks, you could get a chance to see how they respond and if they have any sense at all. And then you can look at a track record to see the things they've said and done, whether it makes sense and whether they kind of idiots or something. So I think we got it. We got it right these last two times. And maybe what we need to do is have Obama do next term and show that it definitely a flung the way.